Well, hello. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your categories and copy them from one class to another. So I have two classes here, 12 robotics and just robotics. I'm going to start with the first class here that's listed here in brown. So once I log in to my gradebook, make sure that we're on the gradebook setting right here. And if we go under actions, or if you have a very wide screen, this might be on your screen already. My screen's a little bit smaller, so you need to click on this little three dots here and then go to categories. And this is where we set up categories for a particular class. So let's say that I have homework, and the weight is you can think of it like as a sort of a percentage, or at least if all of your weights add up to 100, then it's basically a percentage. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. You could just assign any numbers, but highly recommended, think of this as a percentage. So I'm going to make this 10%. I'm not going to enter any description right now, and then the color will make it gray. I'm only teaching this course in one trimester, so there's only one checkbox here. If you're teaching in multiple trimesters, you might have multiple checkboxes here, and you should probably check them all if you want the same categories across all of your trimesters. So that's one category. Let's add another category, assessments. This will be tests and quizzes. I will make this 35%. I'm going to make the color red just so that's easier for me to see. And then we can add another one still, just the plus sign up here. Organization. 5. All right, so I've got 3 categories. Let's add one more. Projects. This is in my class that's weighted pretty heavily. Okay, so now I've got all of these categories. Their weights are 35, 10, 5, and 50. That adds up to 100. So these numbers here are basically how much is that category worth in your particular class. Okay? And if I hit close, I don't have any assignment set up yet, but if you click on this little drop down here, click on summary, you can see the name of your students, and you can see all of their different categories here and their individual weights. Okay? All right, now I have 2 classes that I'm teaching that are essentially the same class, and I want to copy my categories from one class into the other one. So for this, we're going to go into options, and there are some settings here that are important, but most likely you're going to leave them the same. Calculation, you want to leave that as mixed. There's a different explanation for why that is, but mix is generally the way to go. We want to cap the categories at 100, and treat the assignments as missing assignments as 0. All this information here, you can scan through. This is set up school wide, so you can't really change a lot of this stuff. And if you go to the very bottom, it says copy class. So select classes, and I'm going to go find my other robotics class. This is robotics 1F 1C, so it's this one right here. So I'm copying all of the categories from the class I'm looking at now into this other class. And I'm going to go in here just to make sure you see that everything got copied over correctly. All right, so that's really it for setting up and creating categories in a class. You can use this setting here, make all the changes that you want, and then go to options and change it and copy it to another class.